Forget about posing and how you look. Here's the real secret to looking great in photos. And it starts before I even pick up the camera. Now, most people think a good photo is all about posing, but I disagree. The real secret is how you feel. And that's why I focus as much time on helping clients prepare as I do actually shooting them. And by shooting them, I of course mean photographing. Presence is what we're after in your photos, and that is picked up on the camera when you feel supported, calm and ready. Now, the journey actually starts long before arriving at the studio. Most of the time with a new inquiry, I'll arrange a video call where I listen to what the client is looking for and ask a few important questions to help me gauge their objectives with these brand photos. Because as a specialist in headshots and personal branding, the scope for the usage of the photos is often far wider than you may realize. For example, a main headshot may become your profile photo on LinkedIn and other socials. It may be your internal company photo. It may be on the website of your business or your employers. It may be the footer of every email communication you send and the caller ID of every phone call you make. And that's just a headshot. We can produce all sorts of other personal branding content for serving other marketing purposes. So I help people explore and think slightly broader. That way we'll know we'll get as much out of the photo shoot as we can. Once we've made a solid plan of what we aim to achieve, we've already eliminated a lot of the pressure, because now it becomes easy to select wardrobe options, locations, styles in the studio, because we know what we're aiming for. And most importantly, we're on the same page. You're no longer in this on your own. I can help you make certain decisions, provide a list of what to bring with you and how best to prepare so that when you arrive at the studio, you feel mentally, physically, and emotionally ready to do this. We allow plenty of time so nothing feels rushed, and over a cup of tea or a coffee, we get really clear on exactly how we want to portray you to your audience. This really helps take the focus off of how you feel and any nerves or reservations you may have about stepping in front of the camera, and means we can focus on the outward objective of just being present and in the moment. And that's how we will capture your presence. I learned this from my acting days. The camera picks up on way more than just your facial expressions. It picks up on how you feel. And that's why my studio experience isn't about the lights or the backdrops. That's for me to worry about. Instead, the focus is about the energy. Very early on in my photography career, I knew I wanted to be predominantly studio-based. This is where I feel I can achieve the best creative product, but most importantly, it's where I can provide the best experience. So I create a space where you feel you can relax, laugh, and not feel like we're working as such. I mean, sure, we're capturing photos that are gonna help promote you as a professional or for your business, but I wanna make sure you feel a certain playfulness and ease about the process so that you can try things out on the fly and know that if it doesn't work how you thought it would, at least we tried it. When I was working as an actor, you have your script and your lines to say, but the difference between each performance was what effect you have on the audience with those lines in the way you say them. And I try to help my clients see that they are in control of how their image comes across and how they're perceived in their photos. If they want to look more confident or more expressive or more intimidating for whatever reason, or more friendly, I can help them achieve this in a really simple way, all starting from a place of authenticity. So when I see someone go from being a bit nervous or anxious to absolutely smashing it, looking confident and their best self because they feel at ease, I'm reminded why I love doing this. I find it really empowering that I've helped them achieve that. When you're in the most supportive environment, you're empowered to just be yourself. That's where we capture presence. You stop worrying about how you feel or how you're sitting and you start showing up. That's where the magic connection is. That's the part of a photo where your audience is going to stop scrolling and engage. And then before we know it, we've got everything we need and the session comes to an end. It always comes around quicker than expected. And you walk out the studio door feeling more confident than when you came in. And that's what it's all about. Leaving in a place where you're ready to self-promote. a realization of the value you have to share and offer your community, and a newfound sense of self-worth for being in front of a professional camera. I love it. In the next episode, I'll be sharing how my experience as an actor shaped the way I help professionals build their personal brands today. Hit follow and subscribe because I don't want you to miss any future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.